I really wanted to help other people that were in a situation that I used to be in. I wanted to help them see their potential and help them get there. My parents were both alcoholics, and they fought most of the time. My mom couldn't really stand it when my dad drank, and so she was gone a lot. They ended up divorcing when I was about 13. So after my parents divorced, my mom started seeing this guy, and I was sexually assaulted for about 6 months. I told her. She didn't believe me. It eventually just stopped, and then not long after that, one of my dad's friends stopped by, also sexually assaulted me. I ended up in a abusive relationship with a drug dealer by the time I was 19 years old. I was drinking almost every weekend, and I was doing morphine, Percocets, and I was smoking crack. I ended up moving to Florida to try to clean up my life. I got hired in a movie theater. I ended up in a relationship with my manager, and I got really scared. I wanted to come home. I wanted to be around my family, and I didn't want to raise my son in Florida. So we ended up moving back to Maine. So very shortly after Manny and I had officially broken up, I started to see a man named Sean. Things seemed to be going good. My mom, she ended up finding out she had cancer. So she wanted to go to Dana-Farber in Massachusetts. She had to pay $300 a week for her ketamine bags, which she couldn't afford. So she asked me to start selling her pills. I wasn't gonna say no to something that could potentially save her life. So I started selling her perks, and then I started doing them again. My mom ended up dying on June 27th of 2015. And then when the pills ran out, I started buying them. Then the pills were harder to find. So I had a friend say, hey, try heroin. So I tried heroin. And it didn't take long before I became a full-blown addict. So in January 2018, I was arrested on 2 counts of unlawful furnishing. They sent me to the Kennebec County Correctional Facility where I detoxed for about 6 days, which was so horrible. I thought I was gonna die. So I ended up going to the hospital, found out that I was 5 weeks pregnant. I ended up spending the rest of my pregnancy incarcerated at the Maine Correctional Center. I did everything that I could, took every program that I could, did anything I could to pass the time. So taking all of these classes really started to change my outlook on my future and how it was gonna play out. When I got out, I was in a very good place. I had a lot of support. And in that time, I have completed my Smart Recovery Meeting Facilitator training, my peer reentry support training, my recovery coach training. I was hired by NAMI Maine to be a peer support specialist at the Waterville Peer Recovery Center. We have roundtable recovery, we have smart recovery, we have vocational groups, we have alternatives to suicide. We talk about the resources that are available. We talk about how to handle family members that don't really understand. I've been in those dark places, and I know what it's like to feel worthless, and I know what it's like to feel like you can't do anything right. And I know how hard it is to try to get out of that mentality. And it's not easy to do on your own. Like, I didn't have that. I wish I would have had that. So if I can help save somebody's life, then that's what I'm in it for.